Hey everyone, and welcome to my first Q&A video. I know you're all probably like, this should have been up a long time ago, and I agree, it should have been up a long time ago, but I've been busy, and now I'm going to be doing it, and if you guys want to ask me a question for the next video, just comment down below. So let's start with the questions. Adam Cleary, revive or almost? Almost skateboards, obviously. Drew Reynolds, LMAO, YouTube, why are your eyes red? It should be like a 7-sec long video. It's because I got allergies. Yeah, that's right, allergies. Jose Padilla, do you pay rent? I mean, no. Yes, I mean, money? Mika Skates 13, how long does a board last you? It can last me 3 to 6 months. Unless it's like Walmart garbage, then it only lasts me a day. Baby Moose, how could I get sponsored by Punisher? Well, Baby Moose, in order to get sponsored by Punisher, you have to do a kickflip backflip 900. Nah, I'm just joking. You just gotta create a video and send it to me. Brandon Alexis Ocha Rias, how long have you skate? That's a good question. How long have I skated? I think it's about like 10 years now, give or take a few years. Rolfie TV, what was your first car? My first car was a Z24 Cavalier, and it was white. Gabriel Brasio, McDonald's or Taco Bell? Well, to be honest, both are pretty gross, but if I had a choice, I'd probably just go to McDonald's. Map Lee, why did you start skateboarding? Well, originally my dad and mom bought my first skateboard and I tried it out and didn't really like it too much, but then I actually really got into skateboarding when I got to around like grade 6 or 7 because all the cool preppy kids weren't doing it, and that way I was already an outcast, so I thought maybe doing skateboarding was kind of like, you know, an outcast kind of thing. And also when I would land a trick or learn something new, it would just make me feel so much better about myself. I was just like, yeah, I landed an ollie. Rusty Godden, what's your favorite grind? Well, if I had to pick a grind, it'd be the crooked grind. It's so crooked. Christian Skate, do you have a job and are you moving out anytime soon? Well, Christian Skate, to answer that, just the simplest way possible, I'll just answer both at the same time and say no. Sean Crofts, how many nickel knockers are on a beanpole production rate of elbow glue? That's a great question. Let me find out. 1. Daniel Jangster, did you choose to be on Punisher, and if so, why? Well, Daniel, Punisher chose me, so as a chosen one, you can't deny that. Adam Cleary, have you ever had a one-night stand? Don't be shy. Obviously. But they had a one-night stand with me. And I've also done a one-night stand, so kind of goes both ways. Diamond A-Rod, if Active came along and asked to be your sponsor, but it meant leaving Punisher, would you do it? Hells no. Aiden Hopkins, who was your childhood idol? Why and how? Childhood idol? I don't really remember too much of my childhood, but I do remember that I used to listen to lots of Rob Zombie, because he just didn't give a shit. And I guess as skateboarding idol growing up would be Rodney Mullen, because of just how he just skated and did primos and dark slides and Caspers, and nobody else did that, so it was actually really cool to look up to. Ohio Skater, what was your favorite video game as a kid? Mine was Paperboy for NES. Well, my favorite video game as a kid was where you go to the park and dig a hole in the ground and try to reach to China. But no, if I had to pick a video game, it would probably be Tony Hawk Pro Skater or probably Final Fantasy VII, because that game was off the hook. Jamie Torres, when are you going to get a real sponsor? Punisher's a cheap Walmart brand. Never. Fishing, can you do a room tour? Nah, you can't handle a room tour. Project Z, have you or will you travel to the States? Well, I travel all the time, and yeah, of course. Xavier Juarez, what is skateboarding? Well, to be honest, I wouldn't want to know what skateboarding is, but skateboarding on the other hand is where you go out and surf the concrete. King Rick, what camera do you use? Well, it depends. If I'm doing the videos like this, I use my Logitech, and if I'm doing out and about ones, it's a GoPro. Skatebrain, who's your favorite locals? Well, to be honest, there's too many locals that are my favorite. Depends on what you mean by favorite, as in like favorite person, favorite skateboarder. But if it was like people, it's like all the younger guys, all the younger kids, all the younger generations that come up to me and look up to me and watch my videos. I really appreciate that. And if you're meaning skateboarders, well, there's a lot of them. There's like Andy Anderson, Adam Hopkins, Hippie Mike, and of course the Mad Greek. Finn Morgan, what size skateboard do you ride? I ride a 7.75 because I find it a little bit lighter and easier to flip. Nathan Hanley, what are your favorite brand of socks? I don't really have a favorite brand of socks, but if I was gonna like actually pick a brand of socks, it'd probably be Miami High. Patrick McCorkle, can you make a room setup? Like setting up my room? Well, it's already set up, so maybe if I move out and get my own place, then I'll do a room setup. Cat gaming, LTD gaming, and skating, and more. What's your favorite skate shop? Is that like a local skate shop or like a broad skate shop? Well, growing up, I used to go to West 49, and then I found out about Coastal Riders, so I loved going to Coastal Riders till they moved to Langley. Then I went to Authentic, and Authentic was actually my favorite skate shop, and then they ended up closing down and shutting down, so now I don't really have a favorite skate shop. I just kind of like go to one when I need something, if that is ever the case, if I do need something. Ben Lock Skate, why are you on a Walmart brand? Because it's to piss you off. Mother Nature, do you like British people and try a British accent? Yeah, British people are pretty cool. I've met a couple freestyle skateboarders that are from Britain and they're pretty awesome. And a British accent, I don't think I can do a British accent, but I'll try it. It's probably going to turn out like a girl's kind of like accent, like voice. So I'm going to be like, would you like a cup of tea? I guess that's my British accent. Or it would be like, would you like a cup of tea and a biscuit? Dario Echeverria. Why do you skate all black shoes? I saw some clips of you skating in black and white shoes and it looked better. I don't know, I just like black, man. It's all my style. I just like wearing nothing but black. It's just the way I roll. Noah Babcock, how did you get sponsored by Punisher? I got sponsored by Punisher by just making some cool videos, and he ended up watching them, the Punisher owner, and he ended up contacting me and was like, hey, you want to be on Punisher? And I was like, hells yeah, I'd love to be on Punisher. But one of the tricks that actually got me sponsored by Punisher was doing a hippie jump and over the bicycle, because he actually liked that, because he actually likes bikes, so it was actually pretty cool. Zachary Wadman, how long does a pair of shoes last you? Well, it depends on the pair of shoes, but it used to only last me about a week, but if it's about like skate shoes, maybe a month or two if I'm lucky. Eli Floors, when is the room setup going on? When did I say I was going to do a room setup? Like seriously, you guys are like obsessed with my room? Those two weirdos. Would you say that style matters in skateboarding? Of course I'd say style matters. Style matters in everything. You don't want to be all sloppy and all over the place and flaring your arms and flaring your body and stuff like that. You want to land nice and smooth, be all nice and cool, and do some dabs afterwards, you know. David Robinson, do you like any other drugs besides weed? I actually quit smoking weed, if you guys didn't know. It was just kind of like a gag that I did with that bong in the last couple clips. But any other drugs besides weed? Well, I used to love doing magic mushrooms and acid, but then I had some bad trips and I was like, never, never again. But besides that, the only drugs I like now are prescription drugs. Only, of course, if you're sick and you need them, not just to take them to get high. Come on, guys. JL Clips, what skate park are you going to tomorrow? Because I can go. And that was like 3 months ago, so if I said tomorrow I'm going to go to Fraser Heights, will you be there? I don't think so. Jacob is chill. How did you get on Punisher skateboards? By being the chosen one. Stallion_goat. How do you feel about downhill skateboarding? Not the kooky college campus longboarding, but real fast, gnarly downhill skateboarding. Cool or not cool? Keep up the good work, man. And I would have to say, cool. Adrian Perez, how long have you been sponsored? 2 years now. Lord DD, have you tried fingerboarding? Please shout out my friend Amon. And yeah, of course I've tried fingerboarding. It's what you do in school. Zaya Strud, tacos or burritos? Well, it depends. Is the taco hard shell or soft shell? Because if it's soft shell, then it's kind of like a burrito. But I'd always go for a burrito, unless it's a soft shell taco. Unreal Universe, what's your favorite animal and why? Well, some people believe it's extinct. I don't, but whatever. The Megalodon or Megalodon. The big shark, you guys should look it up. It is insane. It's like bigger than the great white shark. Its mouth is like as big as my wall. Like you can fit a small car in it. Like it goes like, great whites are like 20 to 30 feet long, where like Megalodons are like 80 to 100 feet long. Look them up. They're insane. And if not extinct, then I would go with the hyena because it consumes 6 to 13 pounds of raw meat a day. Darby O'Thrill, what's your favorite Joker's card? Well, if I had to pick one of the Joker's card, even though they're all badass, I would have to say the Riddle Box, the Great Malenko, Jake and Jack Jekyll, and some of the new ones are actually pretty cool too. Also, how long have you been a Juggalo? Well, I remember watching ICP Let's Go All the Way on Much Music when I was probably like 12, and it like blew my mind. and I didn't actually know what they were because it was kind of like a quick clip, and I was like, no. But then I eventually found them again in high school, and I've just been a Juggalo ever since being in high school. But probably ever since I could remember would be when I first watched it. But what's your favorite memory of skating? My favorite memory of skating is probably just like learning new tricks. That's probably my favorite memory of skating, is just landing and doing new tricks, and some of the skate events and contests I've been to. And are you planning on dropping a video part soon, like street or a park edit? Yes, I plan on working on a street part coming up pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the freestyle contest to be over so I don't hurt myself filming a street part so I can't enter it. So I'm going to be doing that, and then the street part will be on its way. Grayson Cohen, do you like memes? Yeah, I love memes. They're hilarious. Baby Gons, are you going to be opening up a skate shop? Actually, I hope so. That was the plan of the attack. That's what we've been discussing. So hopefully in the near future, hopefully around April, we'll be opening one. Shazza Knob, how do you make money or have enough money to live in that house? Well, it's actually my parents' house. I just pay them rent. And how do I make money? Well, from YouTube and skateboarding, of course. Dakota Jenkins, will you post a video of you rapping? Rapping? I don't know, Jenkins, because it might sound like I'm crapping. That's right, yo, I never snort any yayo. Just like a sandwich with my mayo. If it ain't cut, I reach back and start slapping, jacking you up like a little bitch. Step back, reach back, release the strap. Yo. Matthew Rising, hey Chad, I was just wondering how you got sponsored by Punisher. I already told you all, it was by being the chosen one. But no, it was because I just made skate videos, and eventually they saw them and was like, hey, we'd like you to be on Punisher. And I was like, fuck yeah! Sebastian Armez, do you like chicken nuggets? Yeah, chicken nuggets are good. And how long have you been skateboarding? Like I said, probably about like 10 years. Grayson Cohen, chicken tenders or fish sticks? Fish sticks. Pass.
Say, Eric, do you like fish sticks? Yeah? You like putting fish sticks in your mouth? Yeah? Well, what are you, Eric? A gay fish?
Isaiah Strud, what is your favorite flavor of Skittles? Green apple. Skate Buds, when are you going to cut your hair? You know what? My girl keeps asking me that same question. When are you going to cut your hair? And you know what I always say to her? When I decide to go bald. Adrian Yabara, what is your favorite movie? That's like asking what is your favorite pussy. Slap Shackle, is Rob Slugo Boyce your favorite red dragon? Question mark Tuta. What kind of question is that? Of course he is. Raymond Gerchom, does Chris have a car? Well, he did, and then he lost it, and then he got another one, and then it got stolen. So now he doesn't have a car. Clicker967, what was your first setup? Well, my first setup was kind of like one of these old school skateboards right here with the pads all around them, as well as a big fat tail pad. And it's kind of like it had like a monster that was like holding a cup or something. It was like, ah! I'm sure I have him somewhere. I'm not sure whereabouts, but that was my first setup, if that was what you mean, like my first skateboard. Jake Parkins, are you the only person sponsored by Punisher? Actually, no, I'm not the only person. There's a few of us. A few of us actually dropped the sponsor. Some of us lost the sponsor. And there are a couple of us, and hopefully this year I'll be able to make a team or a Punisher skate team video or something like that. Sussy Renteria, what got you into skateboarding? Well, like I said, it was originally my parents, but then after that I didn't skate for a while, and then Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, and then a bunch of my friends in the neighborhood were skateboarding, and we just kind of like skateboarded together, and just kind of a thing to hang around with my buddies and skate, so it was kind of like that. Joshua Primrose, have you ever had other jobs, and how do you get your money? Well, I've had numerous jobs. I actually worked twice as a telemarketer, which was kind of lame. I worked with my dad at Merritt Kitchens doing cabinets and all sorts of other stuff. I worked doing odd jobs here and there. I've worked with my buddy on a farm. I've done all sorts of different jobs and decided eventually that I just didn't want to work for anyone anymore. King Darkstar 101, do you watch anime? Yes, I do. And when I joined Anime Club in high school, it actually blew everyone's minds. It was like they were in shock. And what are your future goals in skateboarding? Well, my future goals in skateboarding is to keep progressing, keep getting consistent, and eventually, you know, get some good places in some contests like the World Freestyle, and as well go places with Punisher and do more tours and start my own shop, start giving back, start doing skateboard tutorials, all sorts of cool stuff. And also, can you tell people to follow me on Instagram, KGD The Realist? Marcel Poliga, what is your favorite board besides Punisher? Well, growing up, I really loved the brand Zero. That was like one of my favorite brands growing up. Zero, I like to skate the Jamie Thomas and stuff like that. Also, another good brand that I liked was Element Skateboards because Bam Margera was riding for them as well. If you guys didn't know, basically Tom Green was riding for them for a while too. And a room tour. You guys keep asking about the room tour, the room tour, the room tour. XBRXDYYY. Who is your favorite local skater under 14? There's actually a few of you guys. I just don't know if you're under 14 or not. I don't really know your guys' ages, so I apologize for that. But one of the kids that I know that is under 14 is Isamu Yamamoto, but I think he's 14 this year. Steezy Skates, what is your favorite thing of Punisher decks? Well, my favorite thing of Punisher decks is that they actually come out with a lower, cheaper grade for kids that are just starting to learn and don't even know how to stand on a skateboard, and then they make actual Pro Series boards which can actually last up to 6 months, and you can take them down like 10 stairs and stuff like that. They take a long time to break. So they actually like listen to me as a skater, as a sponsored rider, and telling them what they can do to improve their products, and they actually listen and they do that stuff to improve it. So that's pretty cool. Grayson Cohen, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Rainbow! Skate Buds, do you like park or street better? Well, that's a good question, and there's pros and cons with both. For example, I grew up skating street. I love street skateboarding. You kind of go out, find obstacles, skate sets, sometimes some ledges if you're lucky. You can create some obstacles yourself, and it feels more authentic skateboarding to me. It feels like what skateboarding was originally, besides carving, you know, like you're surfing. And the thing about skating street though is that you're more subject to being jumped or having your stuff stolen, where if you go to a park, everything's there. You got ledges, sets, rails, and it's just more convenient. But then the problem is that sometimes there's a lot of people there and you can't really skate too well, or you can't get any video footage, and also you could be subject to being jumped or having your stuff stolen as well. Ventus Tarango, do you like cookies or do you like cartoons? Do you enjoy cartoons with cookies, or do you prefer cookies with your cartoons? Or do you like them both? Because I like donuts. I like donuts too, but I prefer both. Cartoons, cookies, cookies with cartoons. Either way, I like cookies with cartoons. Jason Freeman, what types of music do you listen to, and what other things do you like to do besides skate? Well, what type of music I listen to is hip-hop, old school. I like rap, I like rock, I like alternative. I just like all sorts of music. I even really like the 80s dance music, you know, like the 80s music is actually pretty rad as well, 90s, stuff like that. I'm actually pretty open-minded when it comes to music, just anything that has a really good beat and a good sound to it. And what I like to do in my spare time besides skateboard is take Chomper out for walks. Also, I do a lot of video gaming. I kind of stopped for a while, but now I'm going to get back into it and do some PC gaming and stuff like that. So look for my new channel when that comes out as well. Snazzy35, about how many boards do you use in a year? Well, it depends if I'm skateboarding every day or if I'm not skateboarding every day. I'd say probably anywhere between 2 to 5 skateboards a year. Zay Strode, what is your favorite SpongeBob character? I'd say Patrick, because he's just stupid. Louis Leva, 24, are you more of a street or park type of guy? Honestly, when I first started skating, I was more of a street guy. Now I'm kind of a park guy, but it just all depends on the situation, where we're at, and what we're doing. Grayson Cohen, who is your favorite pro skater? That's a good question, but the problem is that there's too many good pro skaters. They're all great pro skaters. I'd like to say they're all my favorite skater, but if I had to choose one, just one of them, I would have to say Rodney Mullen. Zay Strode, do you like eggs? Eggs are good, especially when they're scrambled. Zay Strode, do you do the cha-cha? Yeah, I do the cha-cha. That's how I get all my ladies.
I like to cha-cha, hey. I like to cha-cha, hey.
I like the cha-cha. Yeah, I like the cha-cha. Yeah. So I hope you guys liked my Q&A. That's all the questions I had. All the questions that I had on that video. I hope I didn't miss any, but if I did miss yours, I'm sorry. I apologize, and this is a chance for you to get in the next Q&A. All you gotta do is comment down below with a question, and it'll be in the next Q&A video coming up very soon. That's right, I'll be doing a Q&A episode every month, so you guys have 1 month to submit your questions, and at the end of the month I'll be doing a Q&A episode. So I hope you guys like this episode of the Q&A, and I'm kind of curious on where Chomper is. You guys want to find out where Chomper is? Well, my money is that he's in the bed somewhere, so let's find out. This is what he does all the time. It's kind of weird. Hey Chomper, what are you doing? You silly dog, you. Chomper is just so silly. Anyways, thank you all for the questions. Thanks for watching. Please give me some more questions and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, comment down below with any more questions, and please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks for watching.